Hi there, my name is mx+c, and in this short video, I believe, we are going to learn together how we can determine the slope-intercept form of a line when given two of the line's points. But before we do that, we should remember four things that will allow us to conceptually build up the exercise. First of all, we say given 2 points. Is this enough? Yes, we have seen in previous videos, or by being close together in a class environment, we have seen that knowing 2 points, 2 different points A and B, is enough in order to determine a unique line. So a line is uniquely defined by 2 points. Secondly, we will talk about the slope-intercept form, and we should know that the form y equals mx+c is called slope-intercept form, and the reason behind this naming is just because m shows the line's slope and c shows the line's y-intercept. Thirdly, speaking of slope, we should remember that the slope formula, slope m, is given by the quotient y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, where we have 2 points, the coordinates of which are x1, y1, and x2, y2, respectively. And finally, we should all remember that poem with regards to when a point lies on a line, which says that a point lies on a line when its coordinates satisfy the line's equation. Satisfy the line's equation. So these 4 things will be the key points or else the checkpoints in order for us to solve this exercise. Let's go then. We'll do that through an example. Let A with coordinates 3, 5 and B with coordinates 5, 11, 2 points. Find the slope-intercept form of the line passing through them. And let's now solve the exercise. Oh, sorry, I wrote that in Greek. Solution. So we need to find the slope-intercept form of a line, which means that slope-intercept form is the form y equals mx+c. We should know that different values of m and c define different lines. So all that we need to do is actually calculate the value of m and the value of c in this case, so that we can actually determine our line in this case. Let's start with m. M, as we know, stands for the slope. And as we know, for the slope, we have a formula which says that given 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2, what exactly I wrote at the left side? The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Our points here are A, 3 and 5, and B, 5 and 11. So we could assume that this could perhaps have been x1, y1, and this could have been B, could have been x2, y2. So by just applying these numbers into that formula, we will end up to 11 minus 5 over 5 minus 3, which is 6 over 2 equals 3, which means that so far, although we started from the form y equals mx plus c without knowing either the value of m and the value of c, now that we know the value of m, we can just say that so far y equals 3x plus c. We still need to find, however, the value of c. How we can do that in this case? We will use, let me use that, we will use the point, any point. I'll use any of the points. Based on which, since I know that both points A and B lie on this line, I certainly know that their coordinates, if properly substituted in the line's equation, they will both produce a true statement. I don't need to do that for any of these 2 points. I just need to pick one of them, substitute its coordinates. So I'm going to do that for A, 3, 5. What I'm going to do is, once again, I'll go to the so far found line, which is y equals 3x plus c, and I'm going to put x instead of 3 instead of x, and 5 instead of y. So 5 equals 3 times 3 plus c, 5 equals 9 plus c, from where we get that c is equal to -4. And finally, we did it. We know that finally the line would have been 3x minus 4. And that is all. It is an exercise that is totally based in theory. We need to know all the steps, but looking back, we can see that it is something way doable. Once again, if we could derive that in steps, we are given 2 points, and we are asked to find the slope-intercept form of the line. So the first step in this case would be the acknowledgement that slope-intercept form means y equals mx plus c, and that I just need to find the values of m and c. The second step would be to calculate slope. This would have been step 2, to calculate one of these values, the value of slope, from the slope formula. And thirdly, the third step would have been step 3, the use of any of the 2 points. Once we do all this, we will find easily the equation of the needed line. That's all. I hope this video really helped. In case it didn't, in case you have still questions, please don't be afraid. Be confident, leave them as a comment below the video. As always, thank you for your time.